that, son.
I don't know yet. I never should have let you fly it.
At least we're headed in the right direction. Look.
The twin mountain peaks. Breathless sheep. Now, if you would have crashed between them, we would have been right at the mines.
Okay. Next time we steal a plane, I'll let you crash it.
All right, guys, we're back with another exciting episode of Shit Cinema. And what better way to continue that with a complete ripoff of a much successful franchise, which I won't even mention the name because I have a lot of respect for that franchise.
Right, well, I'm going to jump in there, and I'm going to say that actually the franchise you're talking about, the Indiana Jones franchise, actually was in part inspired by King Solomon's Mines, the original novel by H. Rider Haggard. But then this film version of it, there's been a few film versions of it, which obviously you know. This version of it obviously rips heavily on Raiders of the Lost Ark, especially. So it's like goes full circle.
This is information I didn't care about.
Right, well, you should.
Well, there's kind of funny in researching it. You mentioned the writer, H. Rider Haggard.
Yes.
Who wrote King Solomon's Mines. Funny thing is, he also wrote, which a lot of people don't know, A League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Yes.
Which Sean Connery played Alan Quartermain in A League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Yeah.
Actually, the characters played Patrick Swayze's played him. The character is
he's recognized
used quite a bit. And I'm surprised we never really got a good version.
Well, apparently there's another version of League of Extraordinary Gentlemen coming.
That's the rumor. I thought, I'm going to go on record here. Sean Connery quit the business because of his last film, which was, he thought it was terrible. But rumor has it he was very difficult on the set, and the director was bullied by him. And there was a lot of,
tension.
That director himself quit filmmaking.
Right.
And we lost two pretty talented people, especially, Sean Connery being Sean Connery, and the name's escaping me who directed it. I forgot, but he directed the first Blade. He did a lot of visual effects.
Yeah.
Before taking the helms and directing, and so he even walked away.
Sounds like a nightmare of a shoot.
So it was like a nightmare. And in all fairness, I actually rather enjoy that film.
What about...
I think he gets a bum rap.
It sounds a bit like that, which we should do as well at some point. The Val Kilmer and Marlon Brando version of The Island of Dr. Moreau. Yeah.
Yeah, that director, there's a famous documentary about that.
Yes.
And I don't know how to feel. The director seems kind of out of it myself. So if I was the actors, I think he was Robert Stanley. I think Richard Stanley.
Yes, he's a well-known sort of horror director. Yeah.
Well, not really. Yeah, he did Hardware. That was a movie that kind of got him on the map, and which was a decent little film. But
he did Color Out of Space recently, I believe.
He seems kind of out there.
Yeah. No, he is out there, I think.
And I just don't think he knew how to play with the big boys. That's my honest opinion. But all fairness, you've got two of the biggest egos at the time.
Yes.
We all know Marlon Brando was a dick to everybody, period. That's the way he was. And Val Kilmer at that time, his ego was
in outer space.
To the roof.
Yeah.
God love him. I'm glad he's fine with what he's gone through lately.
Yes.
But hopefully he says he's reflected back. I can't remember we're talking about a whole new movie now. Actually, I'm fine with that. Let's just go back to, King Solomon's Mines. I saw this in the theater because I was high off of Temple of Doom. Actually, just came out not too long before
you
this.
You need to be high to watch this?
Yeah, it's bad. I love everything about who created it. Golan and Globus, they are the two guys who founded Canon.
Yes.
And Canon, all they were set out to do, they're almost like...
They were a cinema chain.
They're almost like Corman filmmakers, where they wanted to make B movies for, that's we're using pretty good Hollywood actors who were at their prime or coming to the end of their prime, whatever.
They just wanted to entertain people.
Do it. Yeah, they just want to entertain people and do it on a very minimal budget. Nothing against that. They work really heavily with Chuck Norris, Charles Bronson. They did a movie similar to this one with Chuck Norris and Louis Gossett Jr. called Firewalker. And they always get decent little directors. They especially work with this guy who directed this one, which is J. Lee Thompson. Now, J. Lee Thompson is a get. Now, he was coming to his retirement of his career. He was going to move on. So this is kind of his last grab bag. But for a career, he's done The Guns of Navarone, the original Cape Fear, the sequels for The Planet of the Apes, The Conquest and the Battle of the Planet of the Apes. He did Happy Birthday to Me, which is a wonderful little slasher film. So the guy's got obviously very good street cred. And then he went on to do, mainly work with, Death Wish movies and 10 to Midnight, which is actually pretty good if you guys want to see it. The Evil That Men Do, which is a very disturbing film. But that's canon.
Apparently, he was the director was just basically going through the motions with us. It was a paycheck type thing,
Which was sad.
Yes.
Because of the movies I mentioned. It's unfortunate at that. Now, maybe he wasn't getting work. They said, fuck it.
Yeah, this is according to Richard Chamberlain, apparently, according to reports.
Yeah, something went wrong, and, well, everything did. And Richard Chamberlain wasn't right for this.
No.
I like Richard. I mean, to me, Richard Chamberlain was a TV star with Shogun and Thornbirds.
Dr. Kildare.
I don't know him. I knew him as a supporting role in like the Towering Inferno and stuff like that. I never saw him as leading man unless it was on the TV.
He's Dr. Kildare. Yeah,
Yeah, you said that. Why do you keep mentioning Dr. Kildare?
That's what I remember him as. So there was like a piece of it whenever I was growing up.
Nobody likes that show.
Well, I was never into it myself, to be honest. But
they're just kind of. What's it about?
My mum.
Is it about a doctor?
My mum used to watch it, and I think she liked it.
Oh, sure, your mom used to watch it.
Well, hold on. Back then, there was like 3-4 channels, so, you didn't have much choice. But, yeah, to me, he'll always be, for good and bad, Dr. Kildare, not Alan Quatermain.
Yeah, this had a lot of hate on the...
from the indie fans.
That and a lot of hate in general, but no. A lot of hate with... a lot of infighting, especially Sharon Stone being a diva.
Yes, apparently she was a nightmare.
I'm just getting this from what I researched, so I don't know if it's true or not. I can see it being true. Did you hear the story?
I heard several.
The cast hated her so much, and the extras and whatnot.
Pissed in her bath.
They keyed in her bathtub.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, and check this out. She didn't get into it because she could smell the pee because he used to take milk bathtubs.
Right.
Or something. Milk baths.
So her diva-ishness basically saved her from a bath of piss. Right? Yeah.
You know what's bad? When you're peeing in the actress's bathtub.
Yeah.
No. The entire cast of Titanic and crew were all spiked by hallucinogenic drugs because they hated James Cameron. So
I don't know. Apparently she was a nightmare. Not that I am advocating or defending pissing in people's baths.
Yes, you are.
No,
yes, you are.
It's just a funny story, like from Hollywood.
I bet you your favorite TV character of all time, Dr. Kildare. You're probably like, yeah.
That was the famous Bond episode of Dr. Kildare. Where he pisses in patients' baths.
Let's just jump into this piece of shit.
It sounds like some sort of weird sexual kink or something, but anyway.
We might have to do it almost. There's a sequel to this.
Bath?
No, there's a direct sequel to this, which they film back to back.
Yeah, James Earl Jones is the villain.
Yeah, Lost City of Gold. So we'll maybe down the road if we're really bored. It got worse.
I watched it
again. Fucking worse.
Again, I'm come back to this once again, but yet again, this is another one I would have seen in video back then. Or I can't remember if I actually rented it out in video, but I at very least watched it on TV. And I remember thinking it was okay, but it was no Indiana Jones. But watching it again as an adult from the podcast eyes, whoa. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a piece of shit. We've got, Richard Chamberlain, Sharon Stone, Ian Holm, John Rhys Davies, Ken Gapu. Alan Quatermain, Jesse, Colonel
HerbertLom.
Brockner, Dugati, Mbapu. So there you go. And this horrible witch woman, Gagula.
Yeah. What's HerbertLom doing here? I mean, this is just ridiculous.
Ian Holm. Isn't Ian Holm?
HerbertLom.
Oh, HerbertLom. Yeah, HerbertLom. Sorry,
Yeah.
I got Ian Holm. I'm going to Ian Holm from fucking Alien.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, he was, the Pink Panther films and, of course, Dead Zone.
Yeah.
We talked about him in that. Very serious actor and get some decent comedic timing, obviously, with the Pink Panthers. But what the fuck was he thinking? Again, this was the 80s, though, like I just mentioned. Coming to the end of their career, like even the director, J. Lee Thompson, they were older now, and they were just taking roles.
They didn't give a shit.
And probably on paper, this looked like fun. I mean, it's an adventure film. Adventure films are hot thanks to two big hits, which is Raiders of the Lost Ark. You had Temple of Doom, and then you also even had Romance in the Stone.
Yeah.
So these are all big blockbusters. So I get why they'd sign on.
They probably thought they were on to a winner.
And you got to realize, as an actor, when he's doing these comedic little zingers with John Rhys Davies, who plays Bugatti, and it's terrible when we see it, but when they're doing it, they're probably just having a good time.
Yeah.
So they probably see it as, we're going to have a good time.
Well, by the sounds of things, they weren't actually having a good time, but they thought they would have had a good time, thanks to Miss Stone, yeah. And her bath of piss.
Yeah. I can't see it not being true just because of the fact that everyone says it, and it is her first film.
The odds are against her.
And their odds are against her pretty much. And then things turn for, I like Sharon Stone. I actually do. I think she's a good actress, but you have to start from somewhere.
She's an Oscar winner, through Casino, but, she's absolutely dreadful in this. I mean, it goes beyond even sort of bad acting here with her. I don't give a fuck about this acting. She does not care. Like was stated about Thompson, the director, and possibly Chamberlain as well. I think a lot of the issues from this film is people's hearts weren't in it. It was just a cash grab to cash in on the success of the likes of the Indiana Jones, and also the, like you stated, Romance in the Stone as well. Let's
just jump into it. Yeah. Shit. Well, you had me in the opening scene.
It's entertaining.
There you go. No,
it is. The opening sequence in the village. No, the village. It's mildly entertaining.
No, it's not. Oh, dear.
It's mildly entertaining.
No, it's... Trevor,
Well,
you need... No. I did not. What I said was in the very beginning.
Right.
Which is the opening scene. I didn't say anything about the fucking train wreck we're about to talk to. You fucking love this shit. And I don't get it. I don't get it. We're about to talk Street Fighter, and I'm going to tear you to fucking shreds when we get to Street Fighter.
I'd go fucking ambition on you.
Oh, fuck me. God love Raul Julia, poor bastard.
We'll get to that.
Okay. So we meet Kazam. He's this artifacts dealer.
Yes.
Right? And Dugati infiltrates this meeting where they got this artifact, which was going to show you the map of King Solomon's mines.
Yes.
Right? This is where we met Professor Harris. No, Professor...
Sharon Stone's dad.
Sharon Stone's dad. If they called him Professor Henry, I would have been pissed. So he's got to translate, and then his little buddy sidekick goes, we don't have to stand for this. And as he's going to leave, they got this spikes above this door that slam through the door, and he gets crushed. And it's bloody, and then there's blood. I'm like, okay, I'll go with this, right? Mm-hmm. It's all right. I don't know why you would have that kind of device in your door in a shop, but okay, we'll go with it.
Yeah, I'd like to be one of the builders, putting that addition onto the door, but yeah, go ahead.
That's it. That was the best part of the film. So now we're in your favorite scene of all time. You just said when they're in the village of Tongola.
Yes.
Which you said was visually stunning. And you literally said that this is better than Indiana Jones. I can't believe you said that.
It's mildly entertaining.
Unreal. Can't believe you said that.
What I will defend this film about is it's very fast moving. It doesn't, stop to sort of catch its breath, which maybe it should, but
it doesn't stop to edit. It doesn't stop. I mean, here's a problem. There's no B in this movie.
Yeah.
There's no B. There's an A and there's a C, but there's no B.
Yes. Yeah.
And I'll explain that with the cuts. So not only is this whole scene a ripoff of the market in Raiders,
Totally.
Instead of a basket where Karen Allen's in, we have a rug.
Yes.
It's I don't mind nodding the hat. We talked about that with Tarantino. You're going to nod the hat and wink at the audience at your favorite stuff and what you're trying to do. We get that. But you got to make it your own. These guys don't. They blatantly steal.
Yeah, it's
and
pretty obvious.
It's bad. And the Cannon team should have known better. And obviously they're there to make a quick buck, and that's too bad because the documentary, you guys should check it out. It's pretty good about them. But yeah, this is terrible. You've got even jokes that are so bad.
They're very, very forced.
There's these slaves. They make a joke. Those prisoners know they're slaves. For $100, you can own one for life. She goes, well, that's terrible. Well, you can always bargain.
Yeah. Here, yeah. I mean, like,
fuck me.
I mean, we'll get to it later on. And what is essentially a family film? We get to someone getting their balls and dick shot off very soon.
So you know what this film is though? It's literally planes, trains, and automobiles.
Yeah.
Because there's literally planes, trains, automobiles.
Oh yeah, and more.
Oh yeah, God! Wait till we get to the fucking hanging people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and then you got that whole side story with Ducati and Bachner, he loves listening to Wagner.
Yes. This plays off as while Raiders of the Lost Ark and the market scene is very slick, and this because Spielberg's directing it expertly. He's at the height of his game. This plays off, and throughout the film, like a carry-on film. This is Carry On Africa with Dr. Kildare, and I don't mean that. And the carry-on films, they are what they are, and they're entertaining because they're meant to be silly comedies. This is just. Yeah, it's not good.
I mean, when I was talking about there's no B, it's usually in the action sequences. You have Jesse being kidnapped at this point, and then first you see Richard Chamberlain running on the top of the roofs.
Yes,
trying to catch up to her.
She falls off the roof.
And then all of a sudden he's swinging.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden he's over there. There's no, how would he get there? Show us that. Show us that actual stunt.
So a lot of it is just very incoherent.
This is just a cheap insult to the original material. Even the original King Solomon Mines. This is just terrible filmmaking.
Well, it's an original.
It's a shock. This is coming from. There must have been editing issues or something, maybe, or
it's choppy.
Maybe this was just.
Yeah, and it's also an insult to the audience, where it's basically saying the audience are brain dead. They'll just eat this shit up because they liked Indiana Jones, so we'll just give them more, and they'll not be paying, because they're so idiotic and brainless, they'll not be paying attention enough to notice all of this. But we do.
The best actor in the entire film is Ubapu.
Yes.
He's the bodyguard.
But the character's completely fucking stupid. This nonsense with him being afraid of cars and stuff.
It's very inconsistent. First, he's holding his hands in his eyes when they're on the train. Yeah. And then, but he's willing to get up and fight, and he's willing to move around.
He has a fear of cars. Apparently, that's supposed to be the joke. Where he's brave in it.
No, he's afraid of any kind of vehicle.
Yes.
That's why he does it on the train as well.
Yeah. He does it basically throughout, and it's like a running joke, but it doesn't. It's just stupid. It just makes a character come across like a fucking child. Or something, it's daft. It's not funny.
So,
in terms of a joke.
After this train wreck, to get the map and get Jessie out of the town, they have her father kidnapped. and they need him to interpret this map, this artifact, and that's why they're now going to the train to get him to save his life. Now, I'll tell you what, guys, you know what's good action cinema. You know it's real. Fuck me. You know it's really good action cinema when you have a good
skiing.
You have really good. You have a good gay rape scene. You have blowing a man's dick off. You have train track skiing. You have blind German gunmen. And of course, all capped off with a zany campdown races escape.
Right. Right.
And everything I have just told you
happens.
Happens.
In this family film. Like, I know it was the 80s and things were, a bit sort of more I don't know. You got away with a bit more back then, but like, wow, like it's the male rape scene. It's like what the I forgot about it, because it's been so long since I watched this. But you have this German guy who's obviously, even though they're not Nazis, because it's set before the Nazis, they're sort of Nazi stand-ins. They go, are you attracted to me? Yeah. I'm attracted to you. Yeah. So it's, obviously he's going to rape him. And then Dr. Kildare pops up with a gun and literally shoots the guy dick and balls off. In a family film.
It's so stupid. Yeah, because does he say, I'm going to put something in your mouth or something?
It's really...
or something. I could be wrong. He said something.
It goes back to the Carry On film. Well, even Carry On films didn't have rape. You know what I mean? It's fucking nuts.
And then you have that fight scene that's so bad underneath. And then I love how they got these Germans and they got these huge gun turrets. None of them see what's going on.
Yeah, stupid bastards. Yeah.
Fucking idiots. And he's underneath the train and he's fighting that guy. It was it wasn't even intense. And then they fucking blatantly rip off Indiana Jones Raiders when he's hiding behind, when he's hanging onto the rope. Yep. In the back of the train, which, by the way, it's not the same thing. He'd be almost killed. Yep. Those train tracks are not going to be comfortable.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
And then he starts skiing on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then it has those bad cutaways where you see a close-up of Richard Chamberlain's face.
Yeah.
And then you can tell there's a movie screen behind him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's superimposed. Yeah. There's a lot of this going on here. Yeah.
You're better off just showing the stuntman from a distance.
You know what?
Don't do that.
I was thinking about this, and you know who? If this was a different director, someone like Spielberg, or even, if we're going to go with like Nazi stand-ins and people getting their dicks blown off, Tarantino, if they were to direct something like this, it would work very well. But this is just a mess.
No, you know who could pull this off? Robert Rodriguez.
Yes. Yeah. Rodriguez.
And put Antonio Banderas in the...
Yeah. And have like Tarantino as a Nazi or something, because they're best mates or something.
This is just soul destroying. And then the professor is being whipped to death, and there's no way he survived this. They keep breaking the whips.
Yep.
Are you fucking kidding
and the
me?
Guy,
he's got
the guy's about 90 anyway. You know what I mean? It would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then when they get off the train and they stop everything and they save the father and yada yada yada, he helps Sharon Stone off the train.
Yes.
And he says, "Oh, fuck me sideways." No, he doesn't say that. I wish he did say that. He says,
"That's what the German guy said." Before he had his balls blown off.
I don't believe in the mines.
I know. But
I'm beginning to believe in you.
Oh, wow. What, that really hit me in the feels. It's such an emotional, sort of powerful line.
This is what this film was all about.
Yeah.
The chemistry these two never had.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not only that, you know what I mean? It's, then we'll get to the plane scene soon as well. This is just a bunch of comedy set pieces that aren't done very well. I mean, they're not done well at all, basically. But it's just a bunch of comedy set pieces slapstick comedy set pieces that they don't pull off, basically.
Well, we got the plane scene now, so way to top off that train. You can't really care. How do you beat the train sequence? That was so intense.
Oh no, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now you got the plane scene.
Yeah.
And plain and simple, pardon the pun, this is shit.
Yeah.
And this is beyond shit. And what really doesn't work is Sharon Stone looking like she's trying to steer a plane. It's almost like she's a child in one of those little rides you put your child on for £1 and it moves a bit in front of the grocery store for like 5 seconds. That's what, and she's holding the control like it's going all over the place.
Yeah.
If she was holding the control like that plane would have taken off the minute she touched it.
Her character is meant to be an educated woman, an archaeologist, but here she plays like basically a cross between a child and a blatant rip-off of Willie Scott from the Temple of Doom, and not a very good rip-off of Willie Scott either, you know what I mean? And it's just, it grates on you. Add into that mix her awful acting, and yeah, it's extremely grating. It's just I want this to be over. I want to be a German in a plane, get fucking shut down or something. You know what I mean? Because I can't go on here. You know.
I at this point I wanted to pee in her bath.
It was so bad. It was so bad. I would have chosen bathing and drinking her bath water of piss than having to fucking sit through any more of this nonsense.
You rather drink? Did you just what? What did you just say?
I'm joking. It's a joke about how bad the film is, and I'm sort of.
You rather drink her piss?
No, the piss in the bath as opposed to warm with us.
Dude,
it's a joke. It's a joke. Obviously.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, whatever you want to put in your cereal, that's cool.
But here, we're getting up to one of the best scenes out of the lot, in the cooking pot.
The soup.
Yeah.
Yes, the bowl of soup.
Yeah.
This is fucking terrible too.
Yeah.
I mean, each scene just gets worse and worse.
And then later on, there's upside down people. You know,
it's almost like they spent all their money on the set of Tugada and on the train, and then they're like, "Oh shit! Okay, we got to do
again
3 more of these."
But very much not a social justice warrior or anything like that. There, you know what I mean? And you know what I mean? I'm or politically correct or whatever. But if I was an African national, I'd be pissed off at my depiction in this, because they're basically all portrayed as either fucking real primitives or cannibals. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean?
I'm not going to go on that one because it's a fucking movie.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, can't really.
I'm just saying, but you know what I mean?
But I mean,
every African
takes the piss out of everybody. It takes the piss out of Middle Easterns. Takes the piss out of Germans. It takes the piss out of
Sharon Stone,
stupid blondes.
Yeah,
literally.
No, it's just fucking
Again, this whole soup thing, they're in this round bowl, which you can kind of go with as they're trying to tilt it, which is funny because the natives aren't stopping them from doing it, but that's fine.
And obviously a couple of stage hands on the stage rocking this back and forward, you know what I mean?
Oh, I know. And then it rolls down the hill. Yep. But yet now it's got a flat bottom.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because they couldn't have gotten away if it was a flat bottom.
Yeah.
They couldn't have rolled it in the first place.
And to meet the lands.
So how is that possible?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I don't mind fucking bad cinema if it's gonna be poorly. I'm fine with it, but continuity pisses me off, and that's bad.
Yeah, there's also even the stuff with the lions. It's weirdly shot. You know, whenever it eventually stops and the lions are like waiting on them outside, and it's like,
which by the way, they would have ate them in 2 seconds, but that's just me.
No problem. But it's like, whenever you go from the continuity to their point of view, or from inside the big cooking pot to like outside point of view, you know, or the point of view of the lions, basically, there's like more lions and stuff. It's fucking weird.
Well, then they get saved by the people who hang.
Yeah, the upside down people. Yep.
The upside down people. Fuck me. I never knew in the middle of the desert that the upside down people existed in the desert. Did I say desert? Jungle.
Yeah.
But it's amazing that how they have the best fucking laundry detergent that money can buy, because they do their laundry for them. Yeah. And they have irons.
Yes. Sharon Stone. Throughout this, Sharon Stone, well, her outfits are regularly updated in the middle of the jungle in like the 1910s or whatever this is set, you know? So, you know, that's pretty handy. That's pretty nifty, you know?
And they give her this fucking crystal crown.
Yeah, something like that.
What happened to that? Why didn't she keep it?
Who knows? But, you know, I have to be fair here. Perhaps I haven't read the original novel, I must admit. So maybe a lot of these scenes, like the upside down people and stuff, are in the original novel. I suspect it would be, but I think with the way it's done here, it just feels like they're just like thrown in for good measure. I don't know. I would have to read the original novel, but with this version of it, it definitely feels like they're just like fucking everything but the kitchen sink in. You know.
Yeah.
There's even a random later on when we get to the finale. There's even a random giant spider which we see for about 2 seconds, and it's like they said, no wait, the special effects on this aren't great. Let's just fucking not bother with it. And also a giant Godzilla type monster that pops up for a couple of seconds as well. So there's like so much stuff here just like thrown into the mix. Maybe it's in the original novel. I would have to read it.
Well, you go ahead and do that. Yeah. Then we meet the god-awful Gagula.
Yes. Witchy woman.
Her face.
Yeah.
Was very wrinkly.
You don't say? What?
No, I wasn't sure if the actress...
Makeup, surely.
Is it?
I don't know.
Yeah. Wasn't sure if it was a mask or she's just older. And, you
maybe it's
get wrinkly, that's fine, but...
I don't know.
Maybe it's a bit of both.
I don't know, but even what he called Dr. Kildare calls her prune face. So, she's quite scary, actually. Like if you met her in real life,
No. Yeah, if you met her, well, yes, but after 5 seconds, I wanted her
just
dead.
Annoying. Yeah.
Because just screaming.
Yeah.
Just fucking screaming. And then they had the gator sequence. And I love when he finally escapes from the gators, and I don't know how, but whatever. Whatever. He's punching people. And as he punches them, they're flying over these gated spears things that border off this alligator pit. He punches them, and they're flying over these and going into the gator pit.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's real.
Yep.
That's believable. Oh, gators? Gators eaten? Wow, what's that from? Oh, yeah, Temple of Doom.
Well, not a Temple of Doom, but also, I got Live and Let Die vibes as well,
Well, yeah, but you got to stay with the genre you're in.
Yeah.
It makes sense if you're saying Temple of Doom. I just go into it. And there's plenty of gators, people eating gators.
Yep.
Roadhouse. Part 2. No, part 3?
It was a remake.
Part 3.
It
was the remake.
Well, because they had gators in it, but they don't eat anybody in the second one. Yeah.
Then you have the fucking quicksand scene where he decides, the colonel, to shoot all his men that are in the quicksand and then use their bodies as stepping stones.
Which doesn't make any sense.
Which doesn't make any sense because in the first scene before that, Richard Chamberlain and the gang just go, oh, that's quicksand. Just go this way, walk around the rock.
Yep.
Why did they just do that?
Yeah, because apparently it's funny. If apparently that was meant to be funny. HerbertLom is here. He's I don't know. He's just it's just a bonkers role. I think he was just there for the paycheck, like was stated, because this is just pantomime villain shit. So it is. The only one who walks out of this with any actual credibility is John Rhys-Davies.
Why?
Because he holds his own and his acting is decent.
And he's ripping off.
Oh, he's playing Salah.
One of the greatest films of all time.
I mean, he's playing Salah, essentially.
He's playing
evil Salah.
That's disrespectful to the to.
But from the point of view of his acting, he holds his own. He's the only one here that's actually. It looks as though he's trying.
So we're in the fucking mines thing, and you got that fucking Dugat, whatever the fuck her name is, and all she does is like a fucking Jack in the Box. She just pops out and goes, and then she goes into another hole.
I want her to
and there's fucking Umbatu, whatever his name is. He's going to try to fucking chuck her in the fire, get her to shut up. Then you've got the terrible scene with the roof caving in, and she's, I love you.
Yeah.
And then you got the scene where the colonel shoots Rhys-Davies twice, but he's got a bulletproof vest. Then the mine collapses on top of him, but he still fucking survives.
He's basically Connor McLeod. He's immortal because it's like
the best part is Indiana Jones, right? They have these little clever traps.
The
He's got to figure out, whoa, don't go this way because of the blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
This one's even more clever. They just put a red dot.
They're not even trying here, like, you know what I mean? It's like, you know.
I know. There's just like, So, and this is the best. So Richard Chamberlain and Jesse and the gang are crossing, and he's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Don't step on the one with the red.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's it?
Because the people who laid these booby traps were kind enough to put big red dots on the ones that were dangerous. So that, it's like they were trying to booby trap people, but they were also trying to be, you know what I mean? They had like a change of heart. We'll put a big red mark so people will be okay in the end, you know, but don't really mean to kill them. You know, it's they're not even trying here.
They couldn't even make it that a distraction. They couldn't write something in like we put the red dot there to mislead them.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Make this hard.
Yeah. Again, it's just lazy all round. So, you know, this is treating the audience as a bunch of complete morons who don't think about these things, but never mind the cast, you know, who are being treated like morons as well. It's just lazy. So there's no excuse for it, you know. And someone with complete competencies, hands, like, I'm not saying, I mean, the guy who directed it, you know, Thompson, he obviously, you know, has a great sort of back catalogue, but here he doesn't care, you know.
Yeah, this is.
If Spielberg had directed this, it would have been something very, very different.
No, Spielberg wouldn't have.
No, he wouldn't have. But if he had have,
and then you got the scene where Dugati's making the Colonel eat the diamonds.
Yeah.
Now they're just copying the Germans. The scene where Marathon Man, Laurence Olivier, is being forced to eat the diamonds he stole from the people during the Holocaust, and wow, now you're just going after everything.
Oh yeah.
It's embarrassing.
Hodgepodge,
and then
all sorts of stuff just thrown in, and none of it is coherent. It just has no. I know we're laughing and making jokes about it, but it's incoherent, and it's just a bunch of set pieces done in a slapstick carry-on manner and treating the audience like they're a bunch of idiots. You know,
I love a scene where everyone's getting out, and the last one left is, you know, Richard.
Even the score rips off the indie score.
And so as he's trying to escape, he's like, "Oh my God, how am I going to get out of this? I'm surrounded by lava. What am I going to do?"
Yeah.
Well, luckily there's a long stick, big pole, and as you know, this is fact. Lava can't burn through wood. So he sticks the stick in the lava
with the rip-off score going on in the background. Yeah,
and he flies over and he gets out to safety.
And a big Godzilla monster pops up very, very briefly. And then, the end. Thank fuck.
That's right, the Colonel.
Yeah.
Oh, I love how they fool the Colonel by putting all the diamonds. Give me the diamonds. And they put all the diamonds up to hide the red diamond.
Yeah, that's right.
Shh, don't tell them what the red
by the way, the diamonds and all the jewels and stuff, I mean, where did they get these? Poundland? You know, because they don't look like diamonds. Obviously, you know, this is like just crappy props, like from a school play. You know,
all the entire sets look like crappy props. You know what the sets look like? You know what the sets reminded me of?
What?
Shit.
Right?
No, they reminded me of, like, well, we're talking about Street Fighter suits. Same thing. They're shit sets. So it reminds me of something that you'd get like in the Crystal Maze game show or TV. In like some 70s Line of the Lost kind of backlot set that they used. Yeah, just make that'd be that's the mines. There's the mines.
Again, it goes
nothing.
Yeah, it goes back.
I mean, there's no matte. There's not even matte done in there. There's no matte painting, nothing.
Aside from being incoherent, it also appears to be very rushed. I mean, there were obvious problems on set as well. So all of this has just resulted in something that looks really rushed and really just quick cash grab all around, not just the director and the actors and stuff, but also just the film in general. And, you know, not good.
I almost think that they shot not necessarily back-to-back both films, but they shot both films together at the same time.
Yeah.
and somebody got confused what goes with what.
Yeah, that's it.
And seriously, and
Yep.
they edited it together like, let's put that one on
Yeah,
that one.
that part's
and
meant
we'll
to be
put
in the
that
sequel.
one, that
yeah,
one.
but I'm sure it'll work here. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Oh, and big Godzilla monster and giant spider. I will keep them for later on, but we'll throw a wee bit of them in here. Yeah.
There's more creative thinking behind the men or women who
It sounds like hard work.
there's more planning that went into trying to pee in Sharon Stone's bath than went planning into this film.
Yeah. And then their mate, he becomes the leader of the tribe instead of prune face woman, witchy woman. And
Well, he always was the leader.
yeah, was he right?
Yes. Remember, he showed them the star.
That's right. Yes.
So come on,
Sorry.
come on, man. That's a full arc. We got a full arc, and you ruined it for
the
him.
character is in the novel, and the basically the earlier versions of the film. So yeah, maybe we should do a King Solomon's Mines retrospective and do them all, and watch this again. Maybe look at it through different eyes, appreciate it more. Who knows?
No. Nah, but we're probably going to have to watch the second one because this is so bad. And I can't remember the second one at all. I remember James Earl Jones vaguely.
I didn't know there was two,
but
but yet I remember seeing them. So for me, in my mind, I have sort of put the two of them together into one film. So
this is just called King Solomon's Mines.
Yeah.
The second one is Alan Quatermain and the Lost City of Gold.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But
who knows?
Fuck, I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Who knows?
Well, if you get anything from this, people, Trevor likes to drink pea bath water.
I'd watch children's films with
Wow,
genital-
you just went that way.
I'll
You better
watch
quickly finish that
I
sentence.
watch children's films with
You better quick.
genital mutilation in them and suggested male rape.
Whoa, what did you just say?
Yeah, there's genital mutilation in this film.
I know, but you should have. You said you like watching children's films
it's
with
a children's film.
genital
Mutilation.
It's just, I know, but if you listen,
Oh no,
to
yeah,
the
but yeah, that probably sounded bad.
yeah, we're keeping that in.
No, I mean people
Yeah.
understand what I'm talking about if they've seen King Solomon's Mines. You know what I mean? Yeah, that sounds bad, but yeah, but basically that's essentially what happens here. This is a children's family film with genital mutilation. And it's fucking nuts.
I think, pardon the pun.
It's not. Pun intended. or it's lack of nuts for the German guy.
This is endless.
Yeah.
All right, guys, listen. Thanks for listening to this piece of shit.
Yeah.
We didn't really talk much about it. Just don't care.
Yeah. We talked enough about it.
Give us a
45
shout.
minutes.
Citizen Frame _ Give us what? What are you interrupting me for now?
I said we talked enough about it. We're going on 45 minutes here.
Well, most of it was just about stuff.
Okay.
Well, nothing about the film. Okay. Fuck, we got Street Fighter next.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
A proper classic.
Oh, my God. All right. Give us a shout at Citizen Frame _ podcast. And, of course, on Instagram there. And then, of course, on Facebook. If you like this film, or if you ever peed in, a milk bath, let us know if it does smell that bad. And that's all I have. I'll ask you, Trevor, if you want, but I don't want you to say anything else.
Yeah,
because you'll say something really out of. All right, guys. Next up, Street Fighter, and then that's all I have. We got.
Long legs.
We're heading out. I don't like doing films day of release because we got to see the film twice, and that's the way I like to work, and I think that's only fair to the film. So I got to see how it goes. But we're going to a screening tonight of Long Legs. Everyone's talking about it. We're saying Nicolas Cage is brilliant. Blah blah blah. So see how it goes and how I feel about the notes I've gotten, and if it's worth reviewing right away, or we're going to put it on the back burner until I see it again. But hopefully that will be coming soon. But if not, that's why. There you go. See the stuff I do for people, man.
That's it. You're just so dedicated.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way I roll.
Yeah. Just as dedicated as the team behind.
Just like that bowl of soup.
Yeah. As dedicated as the team behind King Solomon's Mines. You know?
All right. We're out of here. Guys, take care of yourselves. Have a good one.